Good morning. Welcome once again to Kahului Hongwanji's Sunday service, our online Sunday service. So we're continuing to stay at home because of the COVID-19 situation, to try to help to keep it under control so that the medical community can do their job. And hopefully we will be able to gather again as we used to, but for the time being, we're still all, most of us, staying at home. So today we will have our regular Sunday service, and with the kind of usual elements, the Vandana Tisarana, and then the chanting of the sutra. Today's sutra will be Gasho to Amida. But after Gasho to Amida, we will recite the Golden Chain of Love, and then I will have a short reflection, Dharma reflection. And following that, we will have a Gatha this time, Splendor of an Evening Sky. So I will tell you a little bit about that during the sermon, during the message. And following the Gatha, we will recite the Metta, the loving kindness meditation, and then we will close with the singing of the Nembutsu. So I'm so glad that you have come together with me here, even though I'm in my home, you're in your home, or wherever you might be, and we're able to listen to the Dharma together and enjoy the Nembutsu together. And if you do have a Butsudan, a Buddhist altar in your home, please go ahead and light the candle and light some incense so that you can kind of join in more fully with the service. So let's begin our service now by putting our hands together in Gasho and reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Bhutang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho to Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho to Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seed sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho to Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho to Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho to Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho to Amida. Nembutsu in work and play, every day with Amida, every moment filled with light. I gasho to Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho to Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho to Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho to Amida. Namandabu. 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 The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. 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 Please join me now in the recitation of the Golden Chain of Love. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. At this time, I would like to share some thoughts about the Dharma with you. Before we begin, let's put our hands together in Gasho and recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 So, for our Dharma message today, I'd like to do something that I sometimes do in the temple, sort of to mix it up once in a while. Instead of a regular Dharma message, I do what I call an odds and ends Dharma message. And what I do is I just choose a bunch of quotations and talk a little bit about each one, short quotations, you know. So today I'm going to talk about a few quotations from this book called Great Compassion, The Essence of Shin Buddhism. And it's a wonderful book. And so I've just picked a few, and I'm going to read them and then say a few words about them, a few thoughts. So the first one is first quotation is by Miyoko Gyoren Nozawa. And the quotation is this. It's a little poem. I hold myself so dear that I want to blame my faults on others. So that's kind of self-explanatory, don't you think? I think if we're honest and we think about ourselves, pretty clear. We really value ourselves. We put ourselves, up on the top of the priority list, and and then if I have some faults, I don't say, oh, so shameful that I have those faults. I just have to try to improve, try to get better. But what I say is, I look for ways to blame other people. Well, if you hadn't done that, if you hadn't done this to me, or, when I was born, or when I was a child, or whatever. Of course, as Buddhists, we know everything is causality, so there are reasons, complicated reasons for everything in the world, and for, why I am the way I am, why I keep doing the same dumb things all the time. It's not just my fault, but it's my tendency is to blame others, and who are the people I blame are often not their fault at all, right? But we tend to look for a way to make ourselves feel good by shifting the blame to others, and that's the problem. That's what we really have to be aware of and on the lookout for. So easy to do and so common. I can't think of a time in my life when I've been above that, haven't done that. We always don't think about it, in yourself, and you realize, I'm somehow we get more sophisticated as we get older. We learn to subtly shift blame to others, but we really have to think about that. Shin Buddhism, I think, is the process of realizing that, great compassion and virtue, the great virtue, we say Amida Buddha is ultimate virtue, ultimate goodness. And Amida Buddha is always shifting his virtue onto us. We're always shifting our negative qualities onto others. But we have to really reflect on that and be sort of transformed by the realization that, everything I am and am able to do is because of the goodness of others that have allowed me to do those things, given me the conditions, supported me and so on. So very important, very important thing to reflect on in ourself. So let me go on to the next one here. This is from D.T. Suzuki, a very important thinker in Buddhism, of course. We don't go out of this world in order to be born in the Pure Land, but we carry the Pure Land. Being born in the Pure Land means discovering the Pure Land within ourselves. My conclusion is that Amida, which means infinite wisdom and compassion, is our innermost self, and when that innermost self is found, we are born in the Pure Land. So D.T. Suzuki had a very, profound kind of subjective understanding, personal understanding of the Pure Land, and most often people, the conventional view of many in Buddhism is that the Pure Land is a place you go after death, and of course we don't know. Nobody knows what happens after death, really. But we may go to the Pure Land after death, but that's not what's really important now. What's really important is to realize that Pure Land is here and now, even while we're in this world of suffering. That's hard to understand, but Buddhism is really a paradoxical teaching. One of the most very profound statements in Mahayana Buddhism, we are part of Mahayana Buddhist teaching, is the idea that samsara is nirvana. The world of suffering, of birth and death, is also simultaneously the world of complete happiness, the world of beyond birth and death. But it has to do with how we awaken and what we realize within this world of suffering. Yes, life is full of suffering, but if you think about it, if all we say to ourselves is, oh, it's so bad, everyone's doing things to me, everyone's against me, nothing ever goes my way, he did this, she did that. Remember the first statement we said that we read, shifting our blame to others. When we think that way, samsara is really samsara, it's really birth and death, it's really just over and over again, the unpleasantness, the pain, and so on. But what happens when we say, oh, there's pain sometimes, there's pleasure other times, sometimes I have things I enjoy, sometimes I have things I really don't like, but every moment of life is a precious gift I've received from others, my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, all the people who lived before me, all the plants and animals that feed me and sustain me and that make the life of this earth possible. The earth itself, the universe itself, all those things had to come into being and come to this point and bring me all the conditions to the point where I am who I am at this present moment, right? Infinite conditions, infinite past has brought us to this moment. When we think of that, then samsara, the world of suffering, becomes the world of gratitude. The gratitude doesn't mean that we're so happy about everything all the time, or that we're grateful for everything. Oh, I'm so grateful for this toothache. Later on, I might be grateful for this toothache or this headache or whatever physical ailment or whatever problem I have in life. Later on, I may look back and say, gee, I'm so grateful that happened because such and such, because it taught me something or something else happened. But even in the present moment, we don't have to be grateful for everything, but there's always, when we reflect, no matter what our condition is, there is always something to be grateful for. So, yes, very important, so that Pure Land that we awaken to, we don't have to wait until we die to awaken to the Pure Land. It really has to do with how we think of things now. And Namo Amida Butsu, the working of great compassion in our lives, is always bringing us to realize this. We just have to make a little bit of effort to try to see things as they really are. Try to allow ourselves to awaken. Whether we do or not, I think the Buddha still has us covered, but we don't want to waste this precious life, It's so short. Each moment we need to appreciate and really begin to see the Pure Land, even just even just briefly, in this ordinary world with all of its problems. So let me go on to the next one here. So this one is from Shinran Shonin. The vow of Amida is that, let me say that again. The vow of Amida is that medicine that purges man of the poisons of wisdom and ignorance. Okay, I'll say it again. The vow of Amida. He actually says Tathagata or Nyorai in Japanese. Tathagata is the one who comes from the world of true reality, the one who comes from and also leads us to the world of true reality. So that's Amida Buddha. The vow of Amida is the medicine that purges us, human beings, of the poisons of wisdom and ignorance. Now, this sounds crazy because if you say, for common sense mind would say, yeah, I understand if you just say that the vow of Amida purges us of the poison of ignorance. Sure, yeah, cleans it, gets rid of the ignorance, right? And then we become wise. But Shinran says, no, not just ignorance. Ignorance is bad. We all agree. Everyone doesn't want to be ignorant. Everyone wants to be wise. But to think that we are wise, for me to think that I'm wise, is just as bad as being ignorant. In fact, to be ignorant or to think one is wise are the same thing. It's another form of ignorance. So Shinran giving us a little kind of really a pointed lesson here, another kind of paradox, our own sense of our own wisdom is just another form of ignorance, another delusion, another kind of defilement that pulls us down and makes it hard for us to see the truth around us, to see life as it really is, to see ourselves as we really are. If I think I'm wise, I'm not going to see my foolishness, my negative qualities. So that's a few quotations from this wonderful book. And finally, I want to share a quotation by Lady Kujo Takeko. Lady Kujo was the youngest daughter of the Monshu Myonyo Otani Koson, the 21st Monshu or abbot of Nishi Hongwanji. So she was born in 1887 and died in 1928 at the age of 41. So her life story is very inspiring, but one important thing that to know about her is her deep dedication to Buddhism and her willingness to put her faith into action. She, even though she was of noble status, Lady Kujo engaged in social welfare work in the Tokyo slums in those days and worked for the causes of women in her time. And together with her sister-in-law, Kazuko, she founded the Fujinkai, the Buddhist Women's Association. So I want to close my talk with a passage from her writings. So this is what she said. It is human sentiment to rejoice in good and to hate evil. If we do not reflect and despise evil, there will never be a time when we are saved from evil. We must promote good. However, no one should take pride in their own good. On the contrary, if we are not brought to tears for our own evils when we see the evils of others, we may also be unaware that the fires of evil are always burning within our own selves. Those unable to reflect on their own evil are apt to be proud of their petty good deeds. From the standpoint of fellow travelers and companions on the path to enlightenment, the good and the evil person alike are intimate friends and seekers after truth, rather than just affirming good itself. By also acknowledging evil, we cannot fail to reflect deeply within ourselves. So Lady Kujo also wrote many beautiful poems, and some have been turned into gathas or hymns. So the most famous one is named Seiya in Japanese, and the English version of this, which is also found in our Hongwanji Gatha book, is called Splendor of an Evening Sky. And the words of this poem and this gatha poignantly express Kujo Takeko's feelings of loneliness amidst the vastness and mystery of the universe. In her vision of the infinite universe, she perceives its vastness as being filled with compassion and love that embraces her and fills her heart with serenity and peace. So thank you for listening today, and please put your hands in Gassho as we recite the Nembutsu, and then after that, please join me in the singing of Lady Kujo's song, Splendor of an Evening Sky. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. Splendor of an evening sky, filled with countless stars. Who can ever fathom its timeless mystery? Million eyes when sparkling bright in the sable sky, touch my heart, my lonely heart, with serenity. More than all the countless sands Ganges river holds, are the infinite Buddhas who fill this universe, ever watchful over us throughout day and night. Hearing this, my lonely heart fills with lasting peace. Please join me now for the loving kindness meditation, or metta. The metta, the loving kindness meditation, is a very ancient traditional chant in Buddhism that goes back to very early times, and it is chanted by monks every day. And in the metta we are wishing, we are putting out the aspiration for the happiness of all beings. And then we go down the line, and actually the original one is very long. We go down the line and we say, may I be happy and well, may my family, may friends, teachers, people I don't know, even enemies, everyone I wish will be happy and well. And especially at this time of COVID-19, we want to wish people really to be well, not only not to be sick, but in dealing with this situation, staying at home, taking care of sick people, all the things that we have to do, and also to try to make life better for everyone, both now and after this is over. We really want to wish for the well-being of everyone. So please join me as we chant the loving kindness meditation, the metta. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for joining us here today for our Kahului Hongwanji Sunday service. And it's the first Sunday of May, so we are moving along. Hopefully the situation will be better soon, and we will be able to be back in church and have service, I guess, in the flesh together. But in any case, we're still continuing with these online services, and so please join us every week. Also check our website for other online activities, and also to keep in touch for other things that are going on at Kahului Hongwanji. We will be asking your support, whatever you can help us with as time goes on, because this is a very difficult time for us without being able to have fundraisers and so on. We would also like to we'd also like you to know that the newsletter, a short one, because there's not as much to tell you about, but a newsletter will be coming to your mail very shortly if you haven't already received it. So thank you very much for listening, and let's put our hands together in Gasho and close our service with the singing of the Nembutsu. Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you so much. See you next time. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida.